Here's a good piece of information to remember. Technology is for everyone, and so is STEM education. Due to fewer students going into the STEM disciplines and an increased number of STEM-related jobs, there are actually more jobs than job seekers.
STEM, of course, stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. And these fields of study can offer great careers, financial stability, and rewarding skills that last a lifetime. So we're here with John Watkins. He is the Chief Technologist and STEM Director with Computer Island Technology Services, along with Leslie Toupay, the Service and STEM Activity Coordinator. Welcome both of you to Delmarva Live.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you both. Thank you.
So John, I want to start with you. Can you talk a little bit about your career and training experiences?
Yes, well, let's see. So my career sort of started after I had a football injury at Towson State. I wasn't going pro, so I said, okay, let's try to find a job. So I started doing data entry. I'm dating myself a little bit, but you know, data entry. And then one thing kind of led to another. Went to work for a couple government contractors. The bulk of my experience was with the American Council on Education. They do the GED test, they author the test. It was about a couple hundred users there. We had technology that was cutting edge. All of our machines back in the 90s now were all Macintosh.
Okay.
But that led to a couple things that happened during that time that kind of led to where we are now. The company that I worked for, they actually adopted a school. It was called Adopt a School Program. So we adopted Seton Elementary School in DC. It was let's say middle school. And we had the chance of once a week we would go over and teach math or tutor math, and we would do reading assignments. During that time, I kind of connected because I had never really tutored or taught anybody before, and I kind of really gleamed and leaned in on that. And it was a great experience for me to be able to go through and actually teach somebody. And I did like a little, they have a newsletter that came out, and I did a segment that said, each one teach one. Because I really felt that way. Man, if we can just educate our kids, because everybody's got something they're struggling with through school. So we kind of found out where they were, and we kind of met them where they were and helped them bring up their grades. And it was a good program. After that, just to fast forward a little bit, I worked at different places. Technology is my background. Things that led me to this was probably different training events that we did. When I created or started Computer Island Technology Services, which was 2011, I just moved back to the Eastern Shore. What we were trying to do was create a computer repair company, which we did. And I have some of the best employees. I'm just going to shout them out real quick. Leslie Toupay, who you'll talk to her in a little bit, and off camera, I guess you could say, is Ashley Harris. But during the time frame when we created Computer Island, we were just doing technology. And then what brought up the whole STEM thing was I was trying to find a camp for my son. Okay. There was not many offerings on the shore. So we did that. We tried to find that, couldn't find one. So one of the texts that we had said, why don't we create our own STEM program class? So we did that. And this is where sort of the STEM academies, the Computer Island STEM summer camps started.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very
so that's
cool.
where we are.
Leslie, how did you get into the field of STEM?
Well, when I was 13, I was introduced to the idea that you don't have to buy a computer from a store, you can actually build one yourself.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Which is very cool. It really sparked an interest in me. It opened up, blew my mind. But it wasn't until many years later that I actually built my first computer, which actually eventually led me to meeting John, which led me to here meeting with you and talking about our STEM camp. And so we're just really excited about the camp to be able to maybe be the spark for one of these kids. It'd be really cool.
Yeah, so how are you providing young people with opportunities to learn through the camp?
So what our approach is and what we believe is that everybody needs technology or should have technology, right? No matter if you're young, old, black, white, whatever, you should have that access. So our thing is trying to provide access to this technology. A lot of our school systems aren't really pushing technology classes. And as you mentioned earlier in the segment, it provides a great financial stability. It provides knowledge. It provides communication. It's just a really good field to go into. So our, what we think makes sense for our approach to technology in STEM is we have the young, we kind of call them bookends, right? We have the kids, and then we also have the seniors. Because in our camp right now, we're doing kids camp, which is 6 through 11. We're also doing 2 new things that Leslie and the team kind of promoted, was doing a teen camp, which is 12 through 17, and then we're also doing a senior camp.
Oh.
So our goal is to provide access for those kids that may not know about these technologies, and these are fields they can go into because the school systems aren't quite showing that. And we figure, you know, the forgotten group is always the seniors, right? If they could just, you know, do more with technology, it creates communication, it creates connections between their family members, their kids, their grandkids, their friends. They can connect with kids, people from school. So we figure if we can bridge the gap between the kids and the seniors, that brings everybody else in between together, and it's good for everybody. We get a lot of responses from you know, kids of parents, you know, like, you know, can you go to my mom's house to help her with this? Can you go to my dad's house to help you with this, with that? And then some older people are sometimes intimidated with technology. So we're trying to ease that, and by offering these classes and offering the STEM camps, it allows them to be in an environment that is just their group, not with different ages, and it makes them more comfortable, so they're more able to learn from that.
And it sounds like you guys have a great foundation already. How are you guys hoping to let this grow in the future?
Wow, that's something that we, like, this is our biggest year, right? Because before we've had, this is our 4th year. So we've had, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 people, 4 people at the beginning, and in the last 2 years we had like up to maybe 20. This year we expanded, right? We moved it more central in the county because we were on Kent Island. Now this particular camp is going to be in Centerville at the Kennard Cultural Heritage Center. And then we have 40 kids. So we doubled our kid capacity, and we offered 2 more camps. And we added, thankful to Leslie and the team, we added arts. So now it's a STEAM camp.
Gotcha.
STEM is still the core, but it's a STEAM camp. So vision forward would be, ideally, we love to be able to create a tech school. So kids can go, because everybody doesn't go to college, but there's a lot of things they can do that doesn't require a degree. You can do networking, you can do programming. So we hope at some point we can move this up to where we can actually have a tech school, and we can have much more offerings than we have now.
Leslie, if somebody's interested in getting involved, how do they get up with you guys?
They can go to our website. I think it's computerislandllc.com, and you can sign up there. Our website's really awesome and straightforward. You'll be able to find all the information there.
Yeah. We'll have a link from our website to your website.
Thank you.
Just click on what's happening today at delmarvalife.com. John and Leslie, thank you both
Thank you
for
so much,
coming
guys.
in.
Thank you.
Thank you both. Appreciate it.